It's going to be a fun one today.
Welcome to Living Room Requests. That's Patricia Hammond.
That's Matt Redman.
You may well have heard of this song, which is one of the most famous pieces of music from the swing era. Perhaps you haven't heard the words.
When he bends down like that, it's because he's controlling the thing, because this is live.
Always.
The ident and everything is tripped by his finger. He is in control in every way. I am merely a marionette. This is In the Mood. This is for David and Sue. And the man who wrote the words to it, Andy Razaf, is amazing. We're going to just tell you a few brief facts about him after, but
Stay tuned.
Do the song first.
Thanks so much.
What you callin', what you doing tonight? Hope you're in the mood because I'm feeling just right. How's about a corner with a table for two, where the music's mellow in some gay rendezvous? There's no chance romancing with a blue attitude. You gotta do some dancing to get in the mood. Sister, what you callin'? That's a timely idea. Something swingadilla would be good in my ear. Everybody must agree that dancing has charms. When you have a certain one you love in your arms, stepping out with you will be a sweet interlude. I'll build a rapper that will put me in the mood. In the mood. That's it, I've got it. In the mood. Here we'll spot it. In the mood. What a hot hit. Be alive and get the jive. You gotta learn how. Hep, hep, hep. Hep like a heifer. Hep, hep, hep. As a pepper. Step, step, step. Step like a stepper. We're mugging, hugging. We're in the mood now. Mr. What you call 'em, all you needed was fun. You could see the wonders that this evening has done. Your feet were so heavy till they hardly could move. Now they're light as feathers and you're right in the groove. You were only hungry for some musical food. You're positively, absolutely in the mood. Sister, what you call 'em, I'm indebted to you. It all goes to show what good influence can do. Never felt so happy and so fully alive. Seems a jam and jumping is a powerful jive. Swing the room has given me a new attitude. My heart is full of rhythm and I'm in the mood.
In the mood.
But I got it in the mood. Here we'll spot it in the mood. What a hot hit. Be alive and get the jive. You gotta learn now. Hep, hep, hep. Hep like a heifer. Hep, hep, hep. As a pepper. Step, step, step. Step like a stepper. We're mugging and hugging. We're in the mood now. Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
In the mood, that's it, I've got it. In the mood, your ear was spotted. In the mood, what a hot heat. Be alive and get the jive. You got to learn how. Hep, hep, hep. And like a heifer, hep, hep, hep. And like a heifer, step, step, step. Step like a stepper, moving, hanging. In the mood now. Well, you know, it's something so rhythmical. Even if you make like mistakes, like picking up your nose flute when you should be doing the chorus,
Just
doesn't really
what
matter.
I want you all to do is comment below if you have heard a vocal recording of that composition
That's not the Andrews Sisters.
that's not the Andrews Sisters and does all the verses, but it's still quite uncommon, even if you do listen to vocal
Should we
music from the
pose for a
1930s and 40s.
thumbnail while you
In the
have that
mood.
in the mood? There we go. That's a thumbnail.
And you can tell them a little about Mr. Rezaf. His most famous compositions, of course, with Fats Waller being Honeysuckle Rose and Ain't Misbehaving. But
Yeah.
he did write a few others.
Yeah, lyricist who wrote those words. Whenever I saw his name, Paul Razaf, or Andy Razaf, I thought, is that a name spelled backwards? It seems so like Fazar. Anyway, his true name that he was born was Andrea Manantena Paul Razafinkarefo. That was his full name. His father was a nephew of Queen Ranavalona III of Madagascar, of the amazing Ranavalona family. And that was, gosh, there was this, when the French invaded, they killed his father. This guy, Andy Razaf, they killed his father, and his mother was 16. She was the daughter of a man called Waller, rather interestingly, seeing as in the future he was going to be, collaborating with Fats Waller on Honeysuckle Rose and all sorts of things. Very interesting. His mother was 16 when she was pregnant with him, and the daughter of the French ambassador, and she went to Washington, had him, then to Harlem. He was an elevator operator. I mean, all sorts of fascinating, like, what the heck? Amazing life. Somebody make a movie about this man.
Because,
honestly,
we love heroes that were hidden, and we especially love them, obviously.
you couldn't make that up, that backstory. That's like something that a PR company person.
Well, let's hope it's not made up
Hollywood.
and it is real.
No, it is real for sure.
But, that's on Living Room Requests. You get a lot of details in a lot of songs. And you get a lot of people in a lot of songs, particularly famous people that we just know the songs of, but we just want you to know about those as well.
Now we're going to a so-called, great composer. I hate that term, but, hey, well, you learn music history. Berlioz was amazing. He wrote a great autobiography, actually. Hector Berlioz. You do read it. I think it's called like something like My Life or something like that. It's amazing. This is from the Nuits d'été. And this is another request of David's. And it's Absence. Return, my bien-aimé. I miss you. You are far away. We are far apart. We'll put the translation in the description.
Now, if you are enjoying this, you may consider checking out Patricia's Instagram, which is Patricia Hammond Songs. See some outfits and some singery things, whatever else she gets up
Sheet
to.
music.
But you can also find Patricia on Twitter. That's linked in the description.
Oh.
Hammond Patricia, is it?
Yeah,
and
I think so.
Patreon, which is important to us.
Yes.
I know it's changing and everything, but while it's still Patreon, it's Patricia Hammond, and you can support other videos outside of this studio, which is a real living room, by the way. Patricia and Paul actually eat food here and live in it in this room. And Yes, they were the main things I wanted to tell you about because I don't always mention them.
I split
So when
Patreon in half.
Yeah,
I was
because
given
when
half.
we go outside the house and actually make videos and record on gigs and stuff, it all takes time and money. So thanks for watching.
Yes.
Let's now
on Patreon you get things like actually lately I've been sharing writing that I've had published in the Chap.
That's amazing. You see?
So articles.
You wouldn't get that on YouTube.
Yeah, they're
Right,
they're
don't
fun
knock
articles.
this over, please,
Right,
because I'll need it. Right,
here
we go.
Turn it right up. Tant d'espace entre nos baisers, ô sort amer, ô dure absence, ô grand désir inapaisé. maybe one day I'll get to do all of them with an orchestra. But, Matt did a pretty damn good job there.
I just played the keyboard on this one, so I was trying to get a certain thing across. And if anybody's interested, Patricia and I, as we've mentioned on this channel maybe 3-4 times, have an in-joke that classical music from no time ever, because that's how it's sort of perceived.
Nobody ever
it's
talks
just
about the
classical. But that piece of music is from the 1840s, so you want to put that in context with some of the German and Austrian music from the time to see how some of the cliches of French romantic
but also
music
how
was
forward-looking
viewed.
it is. Very, very...
Yeah, it does sound like some of the French opera from the 1890s. We mentioned, for
later.
example, Madame Butterfly. Well, it's not French, composed with French language opera.
Almost
Anyway,
100 years between those two pieces we did today from David.
There you go. That's how it goes on Living Room Request. Click subscribe if you've got this far. Like it, press thumbs up as well.
We appreciate every thumbs up. Just look at that number and I go, oh,
That's
we're going to get more. I don't know.
Teetering on the brink of actually, maybe, potentially, we might make it to 3,000 subscribers.
Who knows?
Anyway, say goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
And we'll see you on the next one.
See you in the next one. This is what they call a hidden track. Have you ever had a 3-sided record?
Yeah.
This is your third side. Now, David Bailey wanted... Ooh, I said his name. Sorry. I'm sure he won't mind. David, because of lots of Davids. David wanted this done in English, and the only singable translation was really terrible. But he gave a literal translation, which doesn't quite fit, but we're going to give it a go. And if it's really catastrophic, we'll just cut this out completely and it'll end where it's supposed to end.
Thanks so much.
If you're seeing it, it worked out. Return, my sweetest love, just like a flower far from the sun, the flower of my life is closed, far from your crimson smile. So great a distance between our hearts, so great a gulf between our kisses. Oh, bitter fate, oh, harsh absence, oh, great unassuaged desires. Return, my sweetest love, just like a flower far from the sun, the flower That actually worked out okay, except for the word hooves. Very odd. Something poetic should have been substituted for hooves.
See you later.
See you.